Hi, Jocelyn Sandstrom, and welcome to the Quantum Manifestation Podcast. In this episode, we're going to be doing downloads to help you to step into this beautiful reality that things get to be easy, that you get to be the lucky one, and you get to easily receive magic opportunities, miracles, and exponential wealth. And exponential wealth to me is so much more than money. It's your relationships, it's your self-care, it's your health, it's your giving back to the community, and it's being able to live the most amazing, beautiful life and experience it and feel that fulfillment and magic every single day. So in my quantum energy sessions, I utilize NLP, neurological repatterning, as well as my quantum physics-based modality, Millennium Method. With Millennium Method, we use fractals to find the weaknesses. And then once we find the weaknesses, I'll let you know what they are. And then I download them energetically through your C1 vertebrae, any acupuncture point, pressure point in your body, and then shift it instantly. So I pulled the fractals already to see that what's coming up to help everybody to really ground in this new reality. And the fractals that are coming up are relationships. So the way that you're relating to the world, the way that you perceive relationships and the stories that you have around relationships, how the relationships are influencing you, whether they are suppressing you or whether they're empowering you, whether the relationships and the people that you surround yourself with believe that things get to be easy. If you surround yourself with people that are always negative and looking and not on purpose, but their paradigm is afraid, so they're looking for all the things that could go wrong or that are wrong. And if you surround yourself with those people, it's a lot harder to live in the reality that things get to be easy and that you get to transmute everything and it gets to be too good to be true or better than you could have ever imagined. So just be very mindful of who you're surrounding yourself with. And it doesn't mean that you don't have to hang out with the people that aren't in this mindset. It just means that make sure you find people that are in this mindset so that you can manifest with them, so that you can talk about your dreams. And then because they see you in your highest purpose and they believe in infinite potentiality as well, then that will compound and help you to amplify your manifestations versus people that don't see it for you, not because they don't believe in you, but because they're afraid for you. So just really tuning into the relationships you have. Then we have helping you to make this next step of Wheel of Transformation. You being able to see it for yourself. You being able to realize that in this reality, there's an abundance of everything. It's just what abundance are you manifesting? Are you manifesting an abundance of lack? Or are you manifesting an abundance of magic? So once you know that we are manifesting nonstop, it's not something that you have to learn. It's not something that you have to try and do. We are manifesting on a daily basis. So just be very mindful where your thoughts are going, because your thoughts are what's manifesting your reality. And I know it's, it's in our programming that we sometimes look for the bad, or we say we're tired. People ask us how we're doing. We're like, oh, we're overwhelmed. Or we go into the complaining about the things that are going into our life. But the more that you can be mindful about that, and the more that you can shift your perception to all the things that are going wrong to all the things that are going right. You shift from the scarcity mindset of not having enough and you have to have everything and having FOMO to the abundance mindset that this is a buffet and I get to choose from everything and I get to choose when I want and what I want. I don't have to have it all because I don't want it all, but I get to have what I want when I want. So when you can shift that mindset, it helps you to step into this reality even more. Then you got decisions. So helping you to make different decisions, helping you to realize if there's something that you're going for, if there's that vision that you're going for. I mentioned this in some of my other posts, but if there's a vision that you're going for, in quantum physics, past, present, future is in the now. So I truly believe that that vision is an echo from the future you, showing you what's coming. It's like tapping on your shoulder saying, hey, this is coming. If you take aligned action, if you're brave enough, if you're courageous enough, if you have the skills and tools to hold the disappointment, to hold the void, to be able to be the master alchemist, to know that it gets to be so easy, because we are all part of Source. We're all connected. We're all one. So we all have access to the infinite. It's just whether we choose it and whether we can hold the void to believe that we can be the ones that can call it in, doing the reprogramming processes to remove the limiting beliefs that we're not good enough, that we're not worthy. When we can realize that we are worthy just by being here and that all our souls are equally powerful, same power but different. And when you can truly own that, if they can do it, you can do it. If you really know that even your child soul is the same power as you, then you don't have to fear for them and you don't have to fear for yourself. And you can hold that frequency, you can pull things in a lot faster. So helping you to make different decisions on what you're focusing on, helping you to remove all the limitations. I truly don't believe there's the limitations. When I've been playing with manifestation, quantum manifestation, and transmutation, I have the belief that it gets to be easy, or I get to transmute it into something better than I could have ever imagined. Either way, it's going to be amazing because I'm never going to give up. I'm going all in, and I will get there as long as I never give up. And I just keep harvesting the learnings, pivoting, harvesting the learnings, holding the disappointment, holding the void, knowing that it gets to be easy. Things start to be easy because we know we've cultivated the mindset. So we don't have to prove to people that we know how to do it the hard way anymore. We get to say, okay, we know how to do that. We tried that. That was fun. Now let's try this. And now let's just get to play with the easy and the magic. And we get to pull that in as much as possible. And we get to do that. And we get to take leaps, knowing that if it doesn't turn out the way we had planned, it's okay. We can transmute it. But it does get to be easy. And if it does, we get to transmute it into something incredible. So removing all the expectations, removing all the limitations that are causing you to have the opposite result. When we have expectations of something, it will suffocate it. If you're like hyper focused on something, it'll suffocate it. You want to open it up so that you're neutral to the outcome. You're just going to discover what it is that's going to happen if you take this action. Because if you're hoping that you're going to do an amazing job, that's a lot of energy. Or you're hoping that it works out, you're using a lot of energy. You're not, calm, centered, balanced. You're like, I hope this will work out. There's like this pleading energy to it. Or if you're afraid that it's not going to work out, that also is exhausting. That's also draining. But when you can really, truly just go through life knowing that it's inevitable that you're going to get there, and you're just going to discover what the next step is and the next step, and you're going to follow those breadcrumbs, breadcrumb by breadcrumb, it's not exhausting. If it's just a step, it's not exhausting, but it's the meaning that we put around the step that makes it exhausting. So helping to remove all those expectations and all those limitations, knowing that things can happen instantly. When you think about anything in your life, the most incredible things dropped into your life. I know, like, let's say, for example, you were looking for a job and you're applying to all these jobs and you're hoping and praying for the best job and using all this energy. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, the job drops in. You get the job, you move on with your life, you've quantum leaped into the reality of you in this new job, and you move forward with it, and you forget all the hoping and the wishing that you had before. You love the job in the beginning, and then eventually sometimes people start to resent it because they want to move on to the next thing. But we don't do that in this reality. We know that the job is going to come. We get to hold the void. We don't have to hope and pray. We cultivate the inner power and the inner knowing that the job will come, as long as I'm an energetic match, as long as I step into the reality that it's coming for me, because I get to create my reality. I get to do the work that I need to put myself into the right places. So I get to apply, I get to network, I get to do whatever the things, whatever the strategy is, and I get to do it as just steps. I don't have to hope and pray, and I don't have to be afraid because I know it's coming. The more that you can cultivate that knowing that it's coming because it's a future echo from the future, the more that you can hold the void, the faster it gets to drop into your life and become that new reality. So when you remove the limitations, you get to realize that you can shift your reality instantly. It doesn't have to take time. You shift your thoughts, you shift your reality. Then you have memories. So all the memories of things not working out for you, all the stories that you took on that you were like, this always happens to me, because it did. And it kept happening to you because you kept telling yourself, oh, with my luck, this is, I'm going to be the one that it doesn't work out with, right? Like we tell ourselves these stories all the time, and then we wonder why it keeps showing up in our life, because we keep living from our past memories instead of realizing our past memories was an older version of us. As long as we harvested the learnings and we pivot and we transmute it and we do it differently next time, we should not be getting the same results, because we are a different person. Just like the same person can't step into the same river twice, if you've really harvested the learnings and transmuted and believed and truly believe that now you're this next version of you, and so you're doing it from this energy, that you're going to get different results, you will. But if you keep thinking that you're going to get the same results, I tried this in the past and this always happens, or it never works out for me, I always keep trying and it doesn't work, if you hold on to that reality, you're going to get more of it. So in this moment, choose to say, that's not my reality. In this reality, each time I try something, I receive a different result. And I keep trying and I keep going and I keep doing it with this effortless energy, knowing that if I just keep going every single day, I will receive it. It will come. My vision will come to reality. Then you have internal dialogue. So all the internal thoughts and all of the doubt that keeps creeping in. Doubt is, it's a defense mechanism to protect us from the pain. But pain is always going to happen. And pain is always going to happen whether you take the leap or you don't. The only difference is that this is the pain that you know, because you're here in this pain and you want to be there, but you know how to manage this pain, because you know how to manage, oh, you can dream about it, but you can never have it, but it's okay, I'll settle. Like there's that pain that things are never going to change and they're always going to be the same and I'm going to be stuck here. Or there's the pain of, you know what, let me try something different. Let me take this leap, knowing that I'm strong enough. I've cultivated my inner power to be able to hold the void, to be able to hold the disappointment. So let me take that leap. And if it doesn't work out the way you wanted, you know you have the skills and tools to transmute it. And so the pain is temporary, and then you move on and you keep creating these next levels. I would much rather have the pain of that temporary pain to then hop into the next level versus the pain of everything staying the same. So when you can really remove that doubt and let your mind know, thank you, I know you're trying to protect me. Don't have time for doubt. I know what's coming. I'm strong enough to handle it. I get to hold this, and it gets to be easy because I've cultivated the mindset that it gets to be easy. I cultivated every single day that I am now in this reality that things get to be easy, that I get to easily receive and magic and miracles and exponential wealth and anything else that you want to that you desire to receive. So just really ground in that energy, and anytime you doubt it, say, this is not my reality. This is my reality. And I've done that multiple times. Like when I first reprogrammed myself to be the lucky one and that things get to be easy, my husband and I were we were at the beach and we wanted to eat at a restaurant. And on the way walking there, my husband said, oh, hang on a second, it's Thanksgiving. They're not going to have any tables on Thanksgiving. And I said, that's not my reality. In my reality, things get to be easy and things get to flow. And if not, I'll figure it out. But in my reality, this is my reality. So we walked up and magically they had a table for us and sat us right away. Just make sure you choose your reality, because your story that it's not going to work out because it's busy and they're not going to have a table for us will manifest. Or you manifest that it's easy and you get to walk right in and you get to do that. And if not, you know you're going to be okay because you're going to always transmute it. But so you don't have to worry about it. You get to dream big. You get to hold the void. You get to know that you can dream big and not have expectations, but you're just in your energy. Nope, this is my reality. This is what I get to create. If not, I can handle the disappointment and I can transmute it into something better than I could ever imagined, but I get to call it in. So then you have transcendence, helping you to transcend to that next level, helping you to transcend your thoughts, helping you to transcend what you're seeing in the world. Everything in this world everybody has a different perception of this world. It's all what your filter is, what you're focusing on. And so that's the difference between two people living the same life, but one person turning the lemons into lemonade and the other person just getting bombarded by the lemons and drowning in the lemons and then being frustrated with it. It's just that tiny switch in perception that changes your whole reality. If you take this on and you switch that perception right now and you truly look for all the things in your life that you have now that before the younger version of you dreamed of, and you just show deep, deep gratitude, you live this incredible life like that younger version of you that was dreaming of this life that you're living now. I know, like, if you were looking for a job or a relationship, I remember before I met my husband, how much I was dreaming about that relationship. And then boom, he dropped into my life, quantum leaped into that reality. We moved in together a month later and we've been together ever since. And life happens. Sometimes you take them for granted until I remember who I was and how much I dreamed about him and wished him into reality or manifested him into reality. And so when I remember that younger version of me, then I get to remember how lucky I am, and I get to love him in that energy instead of taking him for granted, instead of getting frustrated because he's not doing these things and all these little tiny tasks that are nothing in the grand scheme of it. Also, the career that you were looking for, that you really wanted to get, and finally you got it, and then you forgot that younger version of you that dreamed about this position. And you're not satisfied in this position anymore. And that's natural because it's evolution. So we don't have to make this position wrong or this job wrong or this relationship wrong. We just have to realize it's evolution. So now how do we get to evolve this? Whether we evolve the relationship and, do more date nights and, do fun activities or whatever it might be, or in the job, getting a promotion or rising up in the company or even looking at something else. But you get to evolve. You don't have to be stuck there. And you also get to not make it wrong. You get to be like, this is amazing, and I get to create more. And then you got all that glitters is not gold. So it's not what it looks like on the outside. It's what it really feels like on the inside. What does success look like to you? Not to everybody else, what does success look like to you? I used to always be so consumed on what success was to everybody else and the outward success of what it looked like. So I was very consumed with my business and making more money and my career. And every time I reached a new level in my career, I was like, well, if only I reach this next level of career and this next level career, then I'll feel fulfilled, then I'll feel happy, then I'll feel successful. But it was never enough because I was just doing it for the outward. I wasn't actually like feeling it and enjoying and actually savoring the success that I was creating. So it's really not what it looks like. Now that's why I said, to me, wealth is not just about my business and money. It's about also my relationships. It's about my self-care. It's about me being able to live my most incredible life, to create magic every single day, knowing that I can create that magic. I can look for the good in life and I can amplify the good in life. I can compound it so that I can feel so good and so in love with my life that if something doesn't go my way, it doesn't matter because I know that I'm going to create something else. I'm going to go and give my son a huge hug and make that moment magical so that this doesn't matter, to show me what's really important. It's not about all that stuff. It's about everything. It's about the balance of it, and it's about being able to create your success while you enjoy your success. So I still work on remembering to pull myself back and say, when you get so excited about your business and you just want to keep going, and then you realize, hang on a second, there's more to life than just the business. There's everything else as well. So I'm going to stop. And I'm going to spend this time with my family. I'm going to do something fun and I'm going to enjoy being with my family because I get to, and my friends. And then I get to, go and work out and I get to take care of me and do self-care. And I get to do all these things because this is my life. This is not everybody else's life. It doesn't matter what it looks like to everybody else. I'm the one that has to live it. So I get to live it the way that fulfills my soul the most. And I get to build my business at the speed that allows me to have it all, because we get to have it all. It's our choice. It's what we focus on. It's what we choose, and it's what we cultivate. So then you have invoke, invoking whatever it is that you need right now to pull in, to really ground in this energy, that you create this reality, and that this is your reality, that you're the lucky one, that things get to be easy, that you get to easily and graciously and receive magic, miracles, exponential wealth, relationships, love, unconditional love, whatever it is that you're calling in. But you're invoking that power now, and you're standing in your power in it. Then removing any resentment that you have. Resentment is a very, very, very low frequency emotion, and there's no need for it. There's no need. The only time we're going to have resentment is if we do something out of obligation because of what people expect out of us, instead of what's true in alignment with our soul. And also the story that we tell ourselves of doing something, like if we have to do something for work and we love this job and this job is bringing us the most incredible incredible security money or play money or magic money or whatever it is, but there's something that we don't want to do, but that's part of that job. If we think about it and we get frustrated that we have to do it, it's going to cause resentment. It's going to slow down the process. You're going to waste all this energy while you're doing it, being resentful, hating having to do it. Or you get to say, you know what? I love this business. I love this career. I love this job. And it brings me so much security to me and my family. The money helps me to create opportunities and magic and adventures for my family and my friends. And so I love this job and everything about this. So this task, I get to do this task. I get to do this task for everything that it's bringing me. And so you have no resentment. And if somebody does something to you and, hurts you, takes from you or steals something from you or whatever it might be, you can be resentful to them. You can be frustrated and you can try and make it right. And you can spend all that energy on that person, or you can know that it's okay. You can take that, because I know that I can pull more in from the ethers, because I live in the quantum, I play in the quantum. I'm not going to fight over what exists. When I quantum manifest, I pull in things that don't exist right now. Like I mentioned before, what I did with my last career. What we did not exist. We pulled in a new reality, a new industry. And so every time something happens and, something happens with someone, abandonment, rejection, or some kind of trigger or some crunchiness, I don't play in it anymore. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I get to harvest the learnings, I get to pivot, I get to transmute, and I get to pull in more. You can have that, because I know there's an abundance waiting for me. We don't have to fight. We don't have to live in scarcity. We get to pull in more. And there's so much freedom and unconditional love in that, because then I can set them free with that unconditional love. And I cannot make them wrong for it. And I say, if you really need it, go ahead, you can have it, because I get to pull in more, because I cultivate my mindset, because I step into this reality for me, for us, and everybody in the entire world. So then you have removing all the pressures. We have pressures because we have a timeline, or we have to live up to people's expectations, or we have to prove, or we have to please. When you can truly just say, you know what, life is magical. I get to live this life. I get to experience the good, the bad, the happy, the sad, the failure, success, because it's all part of the experience. Because I can't feel the accomplishment of reaching the top of the mountain if I haven't started at the bottom of the mountain. And so there's no pressure. This is just the journey of me climbing the mountain. And then when I get to that mountain, I'm going to want to climb the next mountain. So there's no pressure. I just get to show up every single day and say, what's going to bring the most value to my vision? And to me, my vision is everything. It's my career, it's my relationships, it's my self-care, my health, my community, all of those things, right? So I ask myself, and I have the soul evolution process. If anybody wants it, make sure to DM me and I will send you the soul evolution process. If you do this every day for your big why, to find out your vision, as well as for every single day to follow the breadcrumbs of what's going to bring the most value, to take aligned action, it's going to give you so much clarity. And then you just get to do that every single day, and you get to create that magic every single day, and then it becomes an unfolding. So then you have mindfulness, and you are strong. So being very mindful of your power. not letting anyone or anything take away your power, not letting the results that are showing up in your world take away your power. Because remember, the results that are showing up in the world are from the past version of you. It's like you do something and then those results ripple out. That action ripples out and creates these results. So the results that you have right now are not from who you are right now. You just have to realize, okay, well, these were the results that the past version of me were getting. Now, that was fun. And either I like it or I don't like it, and I get to create different results. So now I get to create different results, and I get to create this new reality, and I get to know that those new results are going to come. I don't have to keep digging up the seed to see if the results are coming and getting frustrated that the results aren't showing up. Because if you look at everything in life, a lot of times in the beginning, you don't see many results. Just like when you plant that seed, you don't see the results. Everything is growing underneath. There's an incredible post that I have on my page, on my Instagram page, of a time lapse of a seed and what it looks like, what's happening underneath that you don't see on the top. And then all of a sudden, once it blossoms, then it all comes up. You just need to hold the void until the first leaves sprout, knowing that all these things are happening. You don't have to measure yourself by the results showing up in your life. You have to cultivate the inner knowing, hold that vision, know that vision's coming. If you follow the breadcrumbs every single day and you are strong, you're resilient, you're magic, and you get to call in miracles. You get to call in exponential wealth. You get to call in magic opportunities and magic emails that are going to quantum leap you into that new reality. I know everybody has received magic emails or magic calls or bumped into someone and an opportunity came out of that. All we're doing here is we have proof that we can do it. Now we're just cultivating that mindset that can pull it in a lot faster. So I'm going to download everybody now. Everybody take a deep breath. And if you know anybody that would benefit from these downloads as well, make sure to send them this podcast and this video, because anybody that watches this will receive the downloads as well too. So have fun with it. If you DM me for the Soul Evolution, play with that every single day and step into this reality. Claim this reality. Say, that's not my reality anymore, this is my reality, and then discover the things that show up for you. If you want to dive deeper and speed up the process and quantum leap it and collapse time, make sure to DM me, because then we can go through the reprogramming processes and help you to dig it up from the root so that you can get there a lot faster. Wishing everybody an incredible week. Thank you and see you soon.